If you are passionate about a job, you must have a plan lined up to build a comfortable living. The book I'm discussing will outline the importance of 4 elements: skill, experience, expertise, and mission-driven work, while it will denounce passion as a starting point of a successful career. So, I recently read the book so good, They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. He shares his thoughts that a passion that does not give stability and financial security will leave you stressed in the end. The book busts the myth that passion is the primary driver of career satisfaction. It discusses how more fulfilling careers are built by analyzing what matters. So if you are confused about the passion hypothesis but still want to know how to build a great career, then this book may have some answers. Do you ever feel like the job you are passionate about no longer gives you happiness? You suddenly find that your passion does not match with the market opportunity. We know Cal Newport as a bestseller author with numerous books helping people to know how they can improve their lives. His thoughts often go against the modern thinking. Newport has funded startups collaborating with screenwriters, rockstar computer programmers, and hotshot professors. Through all of these experiences and in-depth research, he discovered 4 things. 1. Passion is not the starting point of a fulfilling career. It's actually a side effect in the process of building a compelling career. 2. You cannot achieve a perfect working life until you have become good at something. 3. To be good at something is to acquire a skill. Once you are an expert in a valuable skill, you can gain control over your working life. 4. And once you achieve your work life, you will be able to manage the time to explore the other projects that really interest you. Here are the key takeaways for generating a roadmap, allowing people to do what they want. It's competence, autonomy, meaning. But all of these things don't just magically appear overnight, but they surely do not stem from following your passion. Number 1. Following your passion could be a bad strategy. Parents and teachers often tell children to follow their dreams. However, research shows that this has adverse effects. So if you are telling a young person to follow their passion, it will reduce their chances of ending up passionate and happy in their careers. Newport declares why the passion hypothesis is totally flawed. The passion hypothesis was born in the 1970s with one familiar phrase: do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But this wrong practice of telling people only to do work that they love has resulted in chronic job shifting, career confusion, and anger. Studies show that job satisfaction has declined in recent decades. For example, in 2010, only 45% of Americans were happy with their jobs. This number represents a significant drop, down from 61 in 1987. Everyone imagines that someone like Steve Jobs would have entered into his career with all of the passion of youth, which is not true. He didn't start his career with tremendous enthusiasm for computers. At the beginning of Apple's computer launch, Jobs didn't have a passion for tech and entrepreneurship. It was something that he stumbled into. His passion at the time was to become a Zen master, and Apple was just meant to be a small-time scheme. Undoubtedly, Steve Jobs ended up utterly passionate about what he did for a living. So Newport believes that it's not about starting with passion. It's about ending up with it. To find career passion, you need to focus on 2 things. That's getting experience and building up a rare and valuable skill set. Number 2, experience is the key to career enjoyment and satisfaction. A professor at Yale University discovered that the more experience people have, the more they seem to enjoy their work. Such as a college administrative assistant's job might seem tedious, but their answers varied significantly when asked about their work. 1/3 considered it as just a job, merely something to pay the bills. Another third saw it as a stepping stone or a path towards something better. The final third believed it to be a calling or an integral part of their life and identity. But here is the intriguing part. The more experience the administrative assistants had, the more likely they were to enjoy their work and consider it vocational. This sentiment applies to all fields, and the study found that people were more likely to identify their work as a calling after several years of experience. So, Cal suggests that passion comes with time. But your experience isn't the only thing that counts, and to enjoy what you do. It's important to become good at what you do. Number 3, expertise, becoming so good that they can't ignore you. What shows up frequently in research is that people who love what they do have an insane work ethic. Secondly, over several years, they systematically build up a rare and valuable skill, and they use these skills as leverage to take control of their working life. Once you have a compelling and impressive skill set, you can shift it in the direction that you want. Number 4. Finding mission-driven work. Finally, Newport says that trying to find a mission without experience and expertise is risky. Just because you want to organize your work around a mission doesn't mean that you can undoubtedly make it happen. Take Jane, for example. Jane dropped out of college to start a non-profit to develop her vision of health, human potential, and a life well lived. Jane's concept was vague, and she failed to raise the money to support her vision. So, while recognizing the power of mission, she struggled to implement it. In her working life, on the other hand, Pardee Sabeti, a 35-year-old professor of evolutionary biology, is highly regarded in her field. Sabeti's career mission is clear. She wants to use new technology to fight old diseases. Her large grant sum is proof of the invaluable impact behind this drive. The difference between Pardee and Jane is that Pardee thought small. For years, she honed her craft and focused on a narrow research area. She only acted once she'd acquired enough experience and skills to identify a big mission. In contrast, Jane reversed this order. Jane fast-tracked the by thinking big and looking for a world-changing mission. However, she could only match this big thinking with small and ineffectual acts without experience or skill. Newport concludes that if you have to find an impactful mission in life, you must need to get the top-level expertise in your field. It's more about finding the small gaps to make a big difference. So if skill, autonomy, and meaning are keys to a fulfilling career, how do we practically go about this? Newport's highly acclaimed book, Deep Work, is the next step. This book is essential for anyone who wants to take their mission to the next level. For those who work in creative knowledge fields, deep work is a superpower that anyone can achieve to seek focused success in a distracted world. After all, skills and expertise are everything. So, it's not about finding the magical unicorn in terms of the right work. Newport says that we have to work right, and while following one's passion is a lovely sentiment, it's far too idealistic in contemporary life. We all need to shift focus and bust the myth of following one's passion. Instead, let passion find you as you build a career where you can be creative, have a greater sense of control, and eventually find a way to make an impact. See you next time.